Good morning, everybody. Weekend number 1 of quarantine, I guess. I don't feel like I'm going to live a quarantined life unless they make me, but I am making smart choices. Like today, I really wanted to go to Epcot, but I think I'm just going to stay home. I'm just trying to figure out. Normally on a Saturday, I'm doing all things LuLaRoe, and I probably will try to keep business as usual, but I just feel like with all the craziness, people aren't going to be spending extra money because of all the unknown. So I don't know that I'm really, if it's worth my time to be spending time on trying to sell things, you know? But we'll see what happens. I kind of am ahead anyway, but I'm going to spend the morning watching some Grey's Anatomy and cuddling with the pups. They're here. Got Gizmo and Gadget. I had a Instacart delivery this morning and they kept apologizing because no real food was available. Like I got cookies, I got soda, I got desserts, but I could not get meat. I could not get pasta. Oh, I did get rice, but that's because I ordered fancy basmati rice, not like instant rice. So I did get that, and I got bread. So I call that a win, but right now I have a whole bunch of carbs and a whole bunch of sweets and the frozen food I have in my freezer. But I'm going to continue to go. I mean, I feel like pending everything stays normal, in 3 days, everything's going to be restocked. So, well, maybe not fully restocked, but more restocked. So we'll see. I'll check back in later because things are changing by the hour over here. My Jedi pup. Are you Jedi Gadget? Did you have a nice nap? There's Gizmo.
Some days in the thick of it, in the worst of it. Good. So her head is halfway out. Just one more gentle push to the next contraction. I have to quit now. You wait or you tear.
Look at these babies. They are not interested in Grey's Anatomy. So I moved to downstairs because I got to the end of the last season of Grey's Anatomy. I told you guys, I'm really behind. And now I need to switch to Hulu to watch the current season. But I can't sign into Hulu from my upstairs TV for some reason. We have a PlayStation 3 that we use and I can't do it. So I had to come downstairs. What? What, Gizmo? What? Which I don't know what to say about Grey's, but they do really great cliffhangers, and I'm really excited that I can just click next because I need to know what happens. Hey guys, just checking in. I did finally go and get most of my normal Saturday stuff for LuLaRoe done. Have a little bit more to do, but I'm really into Grey's and I just feel like slacking a little bit if I'm being honest. So I am on episode 3 of Grey's of this season. I think it's 16 or 17. And yeah, I've got hours left of the night, so I'm excited. Also, strange story of the day. Some little kid came to the door and asked if Parker lived here. I've never seen this kid, never heard of Parker, and then he just rode off on his bike. Super weird. Gizmo, are we still watching Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, I just rebuilt this little girl's skull from scratch, actually. Took all day.
Did you just snuggle in?
And that's it? Usually
Still Grey's.
The only surgeon in the whole world who can do it. So stupid. I mean, he's right now.
No, I don't.
and I don't need this either. And if you think there's a...
In the gaming world, if you lag, you're done. With Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband, I don't worry about lag.
Now,
Gadget and I decided we would move our party upstairs. You know, when you get to the point, I don't know if this happens, I don't binge watch a lot of TV, so I don't have the best attention span, and when I start to check my phone more than I'm watching my show, I know that I've been watching TV too long. What are you doing? It's getting comfy. So I figured it was just time to check everything out. I've been sucked into all the Disney news lately tonight, because today they announced that the college program was the Disney college program, which, if you don't know what that is, that's where college students can come apply to work for Disney for a semester or so. They work in the parks, the resorts, everything from attractions to restaurants, to the front desk. I did one myself for a few months when we first got down to Florida the first time in 2012. But they ceased the college program, and they have until Wednesday morning to get out of their apartments. And I don't know if you know what their housing's like, but most of them live in dorm-like settings. There's 4 apartment complexes that Disney has bought that they all live in. And so 4 days is not a lot of time to get your stuff out, especially if you are not from here. They don't all have cars. Disney provides transportation to and from work. So, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what it would be like to be one of them right now, especially given that most of them are pretty young. You know, it's just about hoping that their parents can either afford to fly them home, or they can afford to fly themselves home, or they can just drive home. But some of these kids pack a lot of stuff, so even if they can fly home, I mean, they're gonna have to store some stuff here or give it to a friend to hold on to. It's just honestly a mess. But what I've loved is I've seen so much support for them. I mean, this is thousands and thousands of college students that they just are stopping. Sorry, weird clicking out there. It's crazy. I just am having a hard time wrapping my brain around it, because the CPs take up so much of the workforce at Disney, and it's just, sometimes these kids apply 3 or 4 times to get in, and because it's pretty competitive now. So it's just really crushing. I was reading some, like, just did orientation 2 days ago. I haven't even started training yet, but just moved into these apartments. It's, gosh, it's such a bad situation. But they're not being, like, they're gonna be shown as completing their program. It's not gonna be like they can't ever work again, but you know, it's just interesting to think about what it will be like when the parks do eventually reopen. I mean, right now, as I'm filming this, they're still supposed to open in April, so I mean, maybe they're anticipating the amount of people that are going to be coming to the parks is very low, so they won't need all that extra staff. I don't know. Linda, as you guys know, works at Disney, and she is being told she's going into work tomorrow, which is the last day that the Florida parks are open. But even on Monday and Tuesday, she's scheduled, and she's being told to report to work as normal. So we think that they're going to have them deep clean, but they're just being told to continue to check out their schedules to make sure nothing's changed, as I'm sure they're making decisions like by the hour and everything's changing. So it's just kind of crazy. And then in other Disney news, 2 World Showcase acts, musical acts, have decided to, their last performance is tomorrow, and it's kind of sad. And I was thinking of going to Epcot, but honestly, a lot of people are going to the parks this weekend, and I'd rather have my time in the parks be when they open back up. and there's not vacationers here trying to squeeze their last day of the parks in. So, but anyway, so I don't know how to pronounce it because I actually never really watch it, which is sad. But the Japanese drummers, if you walk past, you've probably heard them or seen them before. They've been there for like decades, and their last performance is tomorrow. And then British Revolution, which if you've seen any of our New Year's Eve vlogs, you know that we love the band at the UK Pavilion. So I'm really sad. They were a replacement though for the original band that I liked. So I'm hoping that maybe there can be a nice little combo, but it's just bittersweet because like I'm excited for them to bring something maybe back or something similar to what they had before, but I had really grown to love the British Revolution, and because we were going to Epcot so often for Festival of the Arts, Duncan and I really got to know their playlist. In fact, we happened to pass the UK Pavilion at the same time as we were walking to the late Broadway concert series, so we were hearing the same song at the same time, and we were getting another set list. So I'm really sad about that. And I sent Duncan an article. He opens tomorrow, so he hasn't out read it yet, but I know he'll be disappointed too. But anyway, I am going to Instagram until I fall asleep and read some sad posts about everybody being sad about the college program, being sad about the parks, being scared for their health. That sounds really not joyous, but I'm hoping since I follow a lot of Disney people that there'll be some cute stories in there as well. So with that, have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for coming to the show! What did he say?